welcome back. What's today's date? 18th, isn't it?
18th.
It's crazy. We're August, 8th month of the year. I remember January like yesterday. This year, did you make a New Year's resolution this year? Or did you stick to it? That's a better question.
That's a double question. What did I do? Yes, I made a New Year's resolution. I'm pretty sure we
Resolution.
I'm pretty sure we even did that on radio.
Possibly.
We did that on air, bro.
Not sure what I did yesterday sometimes.
Yeah. Guess like that, man. With all the stress.
Yeah, I didn't make a New Year's resolution. But anyway, like I said, 8th month of the year. It's crazy how we're here. Brexit's still unresolved. We haven't spoken about Brexit for a while. Let's chop it up on that for a little while, because I remember I always watched the video of ours that we chopped up. I think GFM chucked it up as well when we had Ashley in the studio. You know, the little material that came out there where she was saying she doesn't pay attention to politics, and saying, but if it's guys, you'll pay attention.
Bro.
And it's like, that thing always sits with me when I watch it. Apart from just finding the clip funny, it's like, it's true. There's no attention being paid to things that matter and to what these guys are getting up to. So, okay, saying that now, just to check it out, is there anyone here that can say they are aware or saw this, or are aware that the government is basically consulting or is about to announce new legislation that will increase the state pension age? Were you aware of that? Just if I asked you.
No, but I did. Yeah, I knew about that.
Okay, because that's news that's just come out in the last day to 2 days. Shout out Destiny, shout out Princess on the live. That particular rule affects probably adults in most of our parents' age group. Yeah, I can't remember the exact bracket. I should have made a note of that. Forgive me for that. What? But basically, it means they'll be working a lot longer. Yeah. Before they get that money, before they qualify. For those people, like the workplace pensions for most people are quite unaffordable. To my knowledge, I know most people do it for like a month or 2 months, and they're like, fuck this. I mean, excuse my French, let's sacre blame.
Something like that.
You know, they're losing like £80, £90 soft a month into the pension, and they're thinking, I need that £90 indoors. I can't keep this up. So they pull out. So realistically, for most people like that, it's the state pension that you're going to be banking on. They're now saying, okay, we don't want to make it 67, we want to make it, I think, is it 70 or 75?
Wow. 67 was high enough, and they increased it.
Common sense, just
quite recently as well.
It's common sense. If you're getting old and you're sick, the more you work that body, the sicker you're going to get. And this is the main reason I said to people all the time at work, and I always say it to Kenny, and he looks at me like a madman, blow the cash. Hello? Is this microphone on? Yeah. Blow the cash.
But then the consolation is that NHS is free. That's the consolation.
That's another whole kettle of fish. What I'm talking about is this Ponzi scheme, this fishing of pension. Yeah. You understand? You're knacking me for that P. Even when you do put all the
and they'll be saying,
and you manage to
it.
stay alive long enough to get the money, they'll now come and be telling you how much a week. You could have all 200 mil in your account. They'll tell you it's 165 and £17 a week you could take out. So my issue is for all that saving money,
like your debt, the year that you'll die as well, innit?
I don't think.
And that's how they split the money. Not like that. Like they give you like a life expectancy, and that's how they calculate how much you get, how much they'll give you. No.
I'm not sure. I don't think you can calculate someone's death. Projection, maybe.
Something, along them lines,
I don't know. Anyway, they're bumping you. You're going to be working till 75, and they want you to be dead before you get the money. So my advice is, don't do your pension. Invest in property or your children, and let them be your safety net. £90 a month is too much money for them to come and tell you can get £153 a week or whatever it is out. My thing is that, why is there no noise about this now? Because I don't even want to expose my topics, because somebody will now want to talk about them later in the show.
Would you place that in a higher regard, your mother or your wife or partner?
Okay, so there are caveats to situations like this. There's nuance. Number one, obviously, your relationship with your mother and so on and so forth. But let's just take it on the generic, everything's rosy and hunky-dory. Yeah. For me personally, Jackie, sit up properly. Let me sit up. Because I don't know which of the two of them will be listening now, both.
Go on, be careful.
I have to be careful what I say. No, but in all seriousness, for me personally, I believe the love that you have for your mum and the love that you have for your wife are different types of love, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel the only
sort of
thing
about saying.
that makes there be a crossover will essentially fundamentally be some type of warfare between the two of them.
Yeah.
Because the way that the love is different shouldn't bring them into each other's territory when it's not that you're living together or we're doing everything by committee. When, for me, it's in those situations where those type of things come about is where you have an overly possessive mum.
Yeah, or just two people not respecting boundaries.
No, but aside from that, I mean, you got to look at what are the precursors to these issues.
Yeah.
So before a wife even comes along, normally that mum is either she's got a lot of sons or maybe just a few or just the one. Very actively involved. In the if the dad is now not in the equation, the husband, it also brings another dynamic. So by the time the wife is coming around, the way the mum is seeing this son is a madness. It's almost like you want to come and steal something that belongs to me. So the mum would take that woman already. It's slime season. I don't even want to give you room to maneuver because as far as she's concerned, I've been washing his clothes, I've been making his food, I've been doing this, I've been doing that.
Carried him for 9 months.
What qualifies you? You ain't even got breast, you haven't got butt. That's when the mum will know your shoulders is wonky, your breast is wonky, your everything is wonky.
Your eyebrows not the right shape.
Then for the women, because let's not lie, I don't know if I'm going too much, but straight from concentrate. There's a game to play when you're dating, you understand? Especially when it gets to the level of meeting parents. So there'll be an expectation on both parental sides, which each person respectively has to meet up to. So depending on how the mother is, the daughter or the wife or the fiance coming in would, from the initial point anyway, I would assume, would be of an obligation of trying to please the mum or do what the mum wants. Where the warfare will now start is at the moment the wife or fiance will clock that. Listen,
can't do it anymore.
There's nothing wrong here. This woman is not looking to be pleased. She's looking to remove me. So if you now get a fiance that wants to dig her claws in, that's where I believe the problem comes from. And me as a guy, and the advice I would give to guys is just to back out of it. I'm not even going to mediate because it's a lose-lose scenario.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a lose-lose scenario. But, you know, let me let you chime in. I don't know, because anyone could be listening.
No, definitely. But I feel like the situations are different with, let's say, with like marriage and like if you're just with someone. So if you're married, then I feel like your wife should take more. She should be more. You know, she should be at the held at a higher regard. Because this is the person you're essentially starting a family with, you're, you know, building a life with. Like you have to sort of detach from.
No, correct. It's like you've gone away from your main family tree now to make your own branch. Essentially.
But if it's let's say if it's like with a partner, with a partner, there's no like obligation. There's no requirement there that says you must stay. Like morally, like you'd have to, you know, try and appease your partner, but I feel like there's still no real tie there that says that you should, you know, you should put your the partner as a hold her in a high regard in that sense. But with your with your partner, she'd come secondary to the mother, because like your mother would see it as like, or you, I don't know, it's like it just depends on the relationship. I feel like it depends on the relationship you've got with either with your mum or with your people, because women see it as if you've got a good relationship with your mum, or like if you...
I don't buy that myth, by the way. I'm just going to interject there. I don't... They say if you've got a good relationship with your mum, you're going to be... There is some obligatory good relationships. They are obligatory. You try not be friends with a Nigerian mum, it's not fun. Shit doesn't happen. Water doesn't flow. Like, shit gets stuck. You get what I'm saying? But I agree with you. And I think that analogy, and I've always personally believed that as well. Obviously, we spend so much time with our mom, our dad, our siblings, and everything in the family house, and that's kind of like your whole existence for such a long time.
Yeah.
But then you kind of have to do other things and break away, and it doesn't diminish that. This is like I said, I just see it as that's the trunk. You're now branching off, or however want to make that analogy work. Again, like I say, I still believe on what level or what energy the mum's on and what energy the girl is on. If a mum is one of those mums that is saying, yes, look, my son has arrived at the age that he needs to marry. He has seen a wife. She is a good wife. She's okay. She's whatever. And doesn't want to be a cock block or a nuisance. You will step back. You understand? Yeah. You will leave room for the woman. And sometimes this is also another thing. Because parents, as if we all go the way we expect, none of us want our children to bury us. It will get to a time you're not going to be here anymore to guide and to shield. And that just reminds me, because there was another issue I saw with parental something.
Yeah. Steve
the madman with the kid on the shade bar swearing. Remind me. We'll get to it. Like I said, but if depending on how the energies are, if everybody comes into the equation in the way they're supposed to, I don't believe it should be an issue, because, Mum, I cannot marry you. I think that's abundantly clear. Mm-hmm. So I don't expect you to be creating any problems that is coming between me and having a wife. Because at the end of the whole day, if you chase every woman or make problems with every woman, I cannot marry you.
Exactly.
You cannot reproduce for me. And that's why I said the loves are different.
Mm-hmm.
I love you as my creator, as the channel that brought me into this world, my sustenance, my whatever the hell, everything else, and all of that stuff. But this mother, at the end of the day, and let's share adult things.
Exactly.
And this is who I'm doing adult things with. So she's very important. Mm-hmm. And that's it. And I feel like the respect. The best thing is when, because I've seen it a lot, when there's no synergy between you and the person you're dating's parents, it's just an upward
It's a madness.
So it's like, the best thing is just try to find that common ground early. But and another important factor, like I said, it's also important to just look at things and take decisions.
Yeah.
And sometimes not taking a decision is taking a decision.
Exactly.
If you come around someone,
not to take a decision.
maybe you'll be around this person's mum once, twice, or their dad once, twice, 3, 4 times, or whatever, and you start deep in certain energies, red flags, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
If you at that point choose to stay put, anyhow the wind blows, you take them like that. Yes. Because you have that chance, that choice. It's like, okay, you know what? Because I also say, you're not going to tell somebody to change their mum.
Yeah.
Let this person's mum be an absolute dragon. That's the dragon that gave birth to them. The dragon that pour blood on their head. The dragon that breastfeed them. What we got in the life here? Kenny doesn't want to say anything wrong. LOL. If your mother sees your woman as her daughter, not my son's wife, then it shouldn't be an issue. There's no right or wrong in this answer. I feel like, you might want to feel like, okay, I need to be political, but then even if you feel like you had to be political in this topic personally, would already suggest there's a problem. And I would still feel like, as a mother, even if the wife is as long as she's not completely wayward, you being the senior and seeing the bigger picture should be able to overlook certain things to let things flow. Message in all the 10,000. Exactly. Mm-hmm. This is the comment they're gonna find. I went to go and comment on one American poster. I regretted my life. You see, when they started slicing me one by one, yo, you dumb as fuck, yo. You have to read the tweet in there. You corny as fuck, bro. You're just thinking
in the accent.
You have to read it in the accent. I'm thinking Kaya, and it's like, I don't know if they start WhatsApping each other like there's someone we're calling in the UK. Jump on,
bro.
As much as I'm giving mitigation, they're cussing me more. And I said, I can't back out because I know they've already been to my page. So I just have to see it through. So I always think before I get in the comments rough like that. But I've seen this issue and everyone's towing the line. And this actually ties into, see, where we are mixing and matching. I'm thinking it is deep. I'm sorry. It is deep. It's deep. It's very deep. It's deep enough to dive in, hide a nuclear submarine in. That's
was it on live or was it on...
Doesn't matter what it was. It is or was or what was. Sorry. See, I'm tongue-tied.
Yeah.
It is on a blog, a very popular Instagram blog.
Yeah.
That hundreds of thousands of people engage with. Mm. You see one thing, look. This is why I said it was that deep, and it wasn't even anything
deep.
What is
deep? What is
about
deep?
The fact that the kid is saying this to start with, and then the fact that it's even online
posted.
Because people's argument was that's why it's visible. Okay, but the fact, like we've said many times on the show, if you are a public figure or you put things into the public sphere, the public has the right to commentate on it.
Yes.
Don't put something to the public and now say what we can and can't say about it. Who told you to bring it to the public? You know, you're now saying that it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Okay, yeah, maybe it's over the top, but for some people, it is that deep sometimes. There are things in play that don't make your way the same way everyone else is going to pass through. Exactly. I said, okay, take for example like this, because, you know, people thought, when I commented, people were going back and forth, and I just broke a few things down. You know, these people that they don't have anything nice doing. One of them that's just got too much time after they've signed on for their JSA now will just carry phone. You'll be so surprised when 2, 3, 4 of them that are bored will just help you call social services. No, it sounds so stupid and so like childish. Do you get what I'm saying? But you have to understand what is at play. If you fall into certain categories that we know, you know, they swing below the belt, it's easy pickings. Yeah. Because even if it's happening, why does that need to be posted online for people to see? Yeah. And I gave a joke. Another example, for instance. Okay, the kid is she says it and then they tell her off. But you post it online. You're still getting at the camera. You're still making this kid make a connection between saying certain types of things and attention. Yeah. Ring, ring. Ring, ring.
Banana phone.
Hello, is that Mr. Straight from Concentrate? Yeah, speaking. Yeah, hi. This is Mrs. Havanok calling from XYZ school. Yeah, we're calling about baby Straight from Concentrate has been using some really profane and strong language, endangering the safe learning space of the other kids in the school. We're quite worried and concerned about this volatile behavior, and we would really sincerely appreciate if you could come down with your partner or your significant other at 4:30 p.m. Please do not be alarmed. There may be some other official bodies present for the meeting. This is all outlined. From there, you see, as they start speaking all that English for you, you'll be losing bone mass. You'll be losing. If you are playing basketball before, you'll be a tennis player by the time you finish.
Yeah, man. Like, bro, like some of the points you don't have made. There's so much to talk about. Is so mad because this whole dark skin thing is so much bigger than like colorism, and like it goes so much more deeper than that. It can go down even to more control and stuff. And you know how you were talking about in school? Yes. And like obviously
the go-to part was blick.
You blick. Can we swear on that?
Straight from Concentrate, baby.
Obviously, fam, man got you blick shit. Yeah. And you see me, obviously, I've always. So what I would say for me personally, I've always been confident in it.
Yeah, you have to be.
I feel like even that for me,
it was still kind of traumatic.
I would say eventually, when you're hearing it over and over again, you start to think, it. Am I too dark? If I'm being honest, innit?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So am I actually too dark? So I can't even imagine what. I'm not even saying that necessarily black women are more sensitive, but I can't even imagine what that must have done to them.
But women are more emotionally driven.
Even aside from that,
I feel like it's fair to say
society's bent against them. As it is.
Exactly. And you know what it is, it's like it starts from the little things. So obviously, we know that like media controls everything, innit? Yeah. Now, when we were young and we were watching like CBC, CITV, and we're watching these things, or we're watching movies in America, or we're watching music videos, with the ideal of what beauty was never dark skin.
It was you
know what I'm saying? First of all, innit? And we know as kids we're like sponges, so we just soak in whatever we see. If I see a guy on screen when I'm young say, "Oh, you're so beautiful," and it's usually a white woman, or if they want to add the token, and it'll be a Latin woman. You know what I'm saying? If they want to add the token, and it'll be a Latin woman, or the very maximum, maybe a caramel looking brown skin woman, innit? It would never be, and that's where it starts from, innit?
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying, innit?
And it's still what they're doing now.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? And so that's why nowadays, like even what's her name, Normani, that just released the video.
Yes,
that's why
I like her.
People are celebrating her because she's dark skin, and she's doing what, like 7 million in 2 days.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's amazing. Like people like look at, But that's just one. There are so many dark-skinned women who are doing powerful
Wait,
things.
wasn't she in like a
but
group?
they get overlooked. Again?
She was in like Fifth Harmony or something, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They must be
But fam,
pissed now.
even it, fam, look at that. Let's go
Because she
there.
did
and
say she
that's
left
why it's
because of
even
that.
more-
Yeah.
It's like that's why it's even more amazing because she was not even the main. She would have even no one really looked at her like that when she was in the group. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a token black girl.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? She's the token black girl in the group. Oh yeah, just add a bit of spice.
Add a bit of cinnamon.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Sugar babes,
Like,
like the black lady.
that's
Sugar
what it was.
babes.
But now she's a solo artist.
I'm bigger than a lot of them.
Now with the biggest song in the world right now. You know what I'm saying?
And the video.
So yeah, it's just to be said. Enjoy is why I said in the Insta live was like on why it needs to be talked about more. It's like it needs to be passed on. Like on our level, we understand that. You see, me personally, I've always loved dark skin women.
Yeah.
However,
exactly.
I've always looked at. It's like what you said, Serge. It's like we've always liked it. However, we've been programmed to not see until recently, not see that they are actually elite. For me, in it anyway, I see them as elite. Whereas before, I would be like, okay, like a light skin girl. Even though I've always loved dark skin girls, I would see, if you like, the general consensus was that, if you're with a light,
Yeah, but that's one thing I said. You can be aware of
you're
conditioning.
you're the guy in it. Like there was always
yeah.
that one lady in school that if you went out with her,
Yeah,
like
you
you
were
were
the
the guy
guy.
in it.
Yeah, because the
You know
reality
what I'm
is
saying?
you can be. I always say this to people, and this is one thing we need to be honest about. You can be aware of conditioning and still be conditioned by it.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
the reality is as guys, and this is where they have to give us room because we have to unlearn a lot of stuff. You might still see a light-skinned person and just on reflex. What is more important is not the looking, it's the okay. Because don't get twisted, there's light-skinned people still exist. They still need to have husbands.
Exactly.
And this
Yeah,
is
of
what I
course.
basically want you to say. It's not going to be every time a black man doesn't like a black woman or a black
Exactly,
woman doesn't
and
like
that's
a
the
black man.
angle.
Exactly,
And that's the
exactly,
angle
yeah,
that a lot
yeah.
of dark skinned women come
Sorry,
with.
as we have you as the rapper. 'cause
And
that was the
also,
actual-
let me just
Okay,
add,
you go.
yeah. Let me just add, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I think people bring up the dark skin colorist thing sometimes unnecessarily. Sometimes you can just be dead.
F with me, you know I got it. No, I got it. F with me, you know I got it. Hey, you know I got it. F with me, you know I got it. Huh?
Yeah.
You know I got it. F with me, you know I got it. Boss. Hey, yeah. That reminds me. Sorry, I have to jump straight in. With that little freestyle, I saw something. I don't know. One of these blogs online posting up a little debate. The boss was being besmirched.
By Nikki. No?
Was it Nikki?
Yeah. Nikki was getting on to him, bruv, on the Joe Budden podcast.
Okay.
No, free promo. But
Yeah, Joe Budden's big. It's alright. It's cool. Kunshi level.
She was on their interview and she ripped into him as well. Like, but me personally, I don't really like Nicki Minaj's energy when she like during conversation. I don't know whether it's the fact that she's from like New York and like in New York everyone's just in your face and just so confrontational, but yeah, she was going ham on him because apparently what did he do? He made a comment, just a remark about Nicki Minaj, about her I don't know what I don't want to misquote what he said, but he did say something and she obviously didn't like what he said, so she just got onto him on Joe Budden podcast saying how he like that he even told Meek Mill that she's a keeper, sort of thing, that he texted her and told her she's a keeper, that why is he going on air to chat shit, which is thingy, but she's saying that he was doing that just to get sales, but he didn't end up getting the sales, so he looked stupid because he just dropped his album.
You see, yeah, like just, I know obviously I can't get into all the personal beefs and the whatnot, but like let's just understand that Rick Ross is not a small boy. Like that's all I wanted to say on this shit. It was being
correctional officer.
Oh well, yeah, I mean, but we've all got. I used to drive the buses. We've all done jobs we probably didn't
That's true.
want to or wish we hadn't, but we do what we need to get by until we are where we are.
Yeah, but then rapping about you having a key and a...
Is he the only rapper?
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
Most of them are
But
doing that.
it's true, and his gangster is yet to be tested. No one has ever actually 50 Cent demolished him.
Well, I don't support the black on black crime. So. Colorism, as we were talking about just before the break, guys. Yeah, just to put it out there, because I know how people like to take things and run away with it online. It's not a situation of us trying to diminish the experiences of dark-skinned women or people or whatever. We're just literally offering a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Also, not trying to minimize the issue, because I know it is quite a wide issue. Like, there's range to it. There'll be a lot of people that are a lot better versed in the issue than we are, but obviously we're just discussing and debating our issue. I think in basic conclusion on the topic, it's just that the whole, especially this week, I saw a lot of threads with this kind of closed-minded, stonewalling type of energy, whereby there just wasn't even room to discuss. Okay, you're saying this, you're saying that. Okay, what? So if you're saying that, everyone else doesn't want to give you a chance.
They always say black men. They're always saying black men. And then the people that say not all black men, they get ostracized, and they're like, oh yeah, not all black. I mean, not all men Twitter, and that term has been coined by feminist Twitter, who like to just attack men, and men aren't allowed to defend themselves when they attack.
Is it not men you're still gonna fuck when you need the dick? What? Sometimes I look at Kenny, come on man, stop it. You know me already. All my diplomacy is to one level, then we turn to militancy. You understand? Yeah. If there's no diplomacy, then we turn to militancy.
Yeah, definitely.
If you don't think you can go to a far end of a spectrum, we can return fire. Like, let's just let that be crystal clear. Because at the end of the day, case in point, colorism, we'll come back to that on another show.
Yeah.
Heads up, we're not here next week. It's bank holiday weekend. We know you're all going to be in carnivore in your side chick's house. In your away pussy's house, like you were in Afro Nation, so it's cool. Gosh. Slumflowers U-turn.
Oh, we're name dropping shit.
No, yeah, why not?
Why not?
Don't need to protect anything now. You destroyed yourself.
Excuse me. Yeah.
I did it last week. Have you forgotten? Let me say something else first.
I think so, but yeah.
SD. Yeah, the issue.
Slum person. She. So what? Yeah. So context. So she's. What has she done? So she basically wants
Climb
to.
down.
Huh?
Climb down.
No, I mean. So what? Her initial standpoint was that men are. Wait. So men are there to be exploited. Yeah, so basically, men are there to be exploited. But what? So what? I'm trying to remember the screenshot that she was replying to, where she said that it's not time. There's no time. This is not the place for it when you're trying to date. Basically,
yeah.
To be a feminist. Or
yeah, but I think that I don't know how people took it. I think for me, the essential message that was being put across there was that, there's all this, I don't know, I won't call it extreme, there's all this different spectrum of feminism on Twitter.
Yeah.
I felt like she was just trying to say that in reality, like we've just said, for as much as you can have all your ideals, you're dealing with somebody or some other people who don't share necessarily those same values.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get 100% your way. So I felt like she was just saying that don't feel like you can 100% apply Twitter feminism to real life and expect it to go 100% of the way, because a lot of them will get on there and tweet some really far right feminist shit. Oh,
all that
roaring and all of that. Oh, I don't shave my toes noise. Hey, but yeah, all jokes aside,
all finessing guys on all this.
But it made malarkey. Me what I found funny, because you even sent me a couple of the tweets and we were discussing. Shout out Rhea Sauce on the live.
Shit,
that's the why.
Whatever you want.
Men are there to be exploited. This is why I am. Listen, the reality of the situation is, guys, let's not lie. These women are out here exploiting guys. And that's my issue in the system. There's all this discourse about men are dogs and whatever. Look, if men are dogs, you girls are pussies. Cats. Sorry. Because it's all a game, especially in this day and age. Like, there's no morals, there's no rule to the game. Like, Afro Nation showed us that. Like, it was a successful festival. I really, really appreciated that.
Yeah.
You know, the most of the girls that were attacking her, same like with Our Fabulous, were people that were stunning.
Oh, they're still standing now, you know.
No, I'm not saying that they will stop standing, but I'm just saying what I took from it is
last
that
week there was this guy, the whole her bum and everything, and the whole of the social media went after her, and now they're back in her ass again, in those BBL'd ass again. Ass cheeks.
the swelling's gone down.
Yeah, they're back in there. But yeah, go on, sorry.
I forgot what I was saying.
My bad. Yeah, I disrupted your train of thought.
Slumflower.
Yeah, but yeah, she so she's basically saying it's not like on date, because it was a dating app that the person was basically telling the guy that this is not like the way you should sort of like treat women sort of thing.
Okay, I didn't even see that there was context to it. I thought she just put the tweet up.
Yeah. No. So she said, well, this is not how you're supposed to, you know, thing is, it's not the place for it sort of thing on Tinder. It's not the place for it. That if you're trying to find a man, you've got to sort of, you know,
shout out Bev.
So basically taking back what she said previously, that you should sort of respect yourself, and that don't let a man that's you know someone that's not worth you to, whatever the her stance was. She's taking a U-turn, and it's like, mate, like, where's her integrity now? We don't know where do you stand.
You know, because I find it, we've seen all of these people that are online that we say some of the stuff they put out is questionable and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
I propose it like this. If I'm a fisherman, I catch fish for a living.
Yes.
And there are a community of people over here who are very readily willing to buy my fish.
Yeah.
Only a mad person will not sell fish to those people. They can tear down and say this and say whatever you want to say, but the fundamental point is that she only has a market because you gave her support to start with in the first place.
Yeah.
So for all her extreme